Welcome back. I hope you've been having a great time, day, night, whatever you're doing. It's a little past due, but I have finally got a chance to edit my drawings for the Inktober 2022. Out of all the prompt things, and I know this one's super popular, but I love Inktober. I love the way of seeing people like being able to grab a word or descriptor or their prompt and edit it and make it into what they're seeing it from their point of view or their just unique take on it. So my first part was a gargoyle that was scared of heights, and so it's holding these pigeons, and I thought that was just a really funny take. I had this big idea that it would be a big tall building and stuff, but I sketched it on a different bit of paper with my kid, and I was like, well, actually, why don't I do a big just series and just add them all in, and I can have them overlapping each other. And that's sort of what I did. So in this episode, you're going to see a bunch of my sketches, and right now what you're seeing is it at its normal pace. I'm just showing you how long it can take. So I think this drawing overall in just the sketches phase took something like 6 hours or something, maybe a little bit longer. I might be being generous to myself that I work faster than that. But, I really like the idea of this version of having them combine and sort of feed off each other, because that way, for me, it made it that I wasn't so reliant on trying to make something really cool and quirky work with each illustration, even though I love doing those individual ones as well. This is my first time doing a big one, and so I was trying to figure out what do I do? I'm doing something crabby, and then I was like, this is not working. So I tried to and also I have to decide on spacing. So I'm like, okay, what am I going to get into here? The crab was really flat, and back where I'm from in Mandurah, WA, we had these blue manners crabs, and that's what I was sort of basing it off. I was like, oh yeah, that'll be fun, big claws and stuff. And I was like, oh man, I'm running out of space. So I decided to do that as well. Right now, I'm working on the bluff, and then I got rid of that. But I end up doing the bluff and an empty nest. And so that's with nest and empty. And then as you see, I sort of bounce around because one drawing may not be working, but I've got to figure that drawing out and that. So I actually was really like this popcorn idea, and I actually liked the drawing that was happening there, but I realized that I needed to try and fit more drawings around it. So what I ended up doing was I really liked the armadillo, and I thought it was really funny, armored armadillo, but it's armed with just guns and it's protecting something. So again, I'm trying to figure it out. But what I do is I go to a blank bit, another bit of paper, so I can sketch out the idea, so I don't have to keep erasing and getting bad marks on my paper that I want to figure it out. So I'm also trying to combine multiple prompts into one sort of scene within the illustration, and what you'll see here is I'm sort of starting to I can't find the right angle and that to do that. So I'm trying to pick, I think I'm trying to do sneaky dog, armadillo, popcorn, and heist all in the same little sketch. And even though I'm working on a big bit of paper, I've still got a lot more to fit in there, and I have to get the sketch sort of to work. And I'm playing around popcorn bag ideas. Does that work? Not work? But I end up falling back onto the popcorn in the barbed wire fence. So. And you see, I'll stop and I'll think about, am I doing this right? Am I doing it wrong? What am I doing? I'm also conscious of time, because I have to get it. I was trying to get it done within a certain time because I wanted to get onto other stuff. and I'm doing a little heist, stealing the popcorn. I don't know about in your guys' house, but popcorn is well received in my family, and there's always like someone runs out of popcorns, trying to get popcorn from the other person's bowl because they just want that bit extra. And so then we're just taking a breath here, little breather. Probably took a sip of something. And what are we into? All right, straight into it. So right now I'm drawing a pickleball net, and what I was trying to combine in here is match, and I thought about just doing like a match that you'd flame, but I thought it'd be fun to do the actual pickleball match. Plus I've been loving pickleball. If you see my last video, I'm quite obsessed with it. I just love the competitiveness, but then I'm also trying to figure it out. Like I'm just sussing it out a little bit. I just slowed it down. I just like to show like what the real time looks like, because it's not all go drawing. Like your brain is thinking about so much. You're trying to figure out, like in this sketching phase, like what type of illustration do I want on there? Do I want this to be like actual people? Do I want them to be pickles to show that it's more like pickleball? Do I want it to the angles to be right? Do I want it to be quirky? But as you'll see here, we speed it up. I stopped for another reason. There's a lot of stopping. Maybe I need to focus. And there's one that is like a scrape or something like that as well. So I want to get scrape in here. Then I think there's bat in there as well. And so I'm trying to do that. This was actually meant to be an upside down bat. So I'm drawing it here the right way up. And it's about to have a coffee. It's like annoyed that people are out there playing in the time when it's meant to be sleeping. It's meant to be, it should be given the finger flipping the bird. Why is it called flipping the bird? I have no idea. Anyway. So then this guy sort of flips a bird. It's meant to be upside down. And then I draw the coffee cup so it is upside down. So I do that on the sketch. 45 seconds later, I start drawing it. I'm like, oh, I'm drawing this the right way up. And I just blow it. Like that's just a complete accident. But I noticed it and I was like, I'm too deep. I'm just going forward. Oh, and I think in here, so I've got scrape, match, and I think ego is in this pickleball one. So there's going to be someone on their phone. Like I think when I was doing this, there was someone that was playing and they were just they had their hand in their pocket and they were not really like enjoying the game. And so I found that very egotistical, but I don't really care. I just enjoy the game. So there's a little scrape there. This person's going to be on their phone, but they're playing. They're doing a really good shot. They're that good and their ego's big. Then what do? I come back across here and I'm trying to figure out how I can fit in Krabby with bouquet. So a bouquet of flowers. And there's actually sometimes in trying to film this, like because this drawing takes so long, that like I'll get up and I'll go do something, I'll forget to hit record, and then I'll be like, that's why you'll see some jump, and then even at the end of it there's not quite as many. I don't know if people notice, and like if anyone's listening that is learning to draw, like a lot of my pen lines are really soft, and then so I can like erase them easily, or that it doesn't show out. So we have the emptiness and the ego, and then I think there is a gift. I should have a bit of paper, and that way I can figure it out what we're actually talking about. Oh, the egg that is over there is the uh-oh. Like, uh-oh, broke the egg out of the thing. So, when I was trying to draw the dog, like a bad dog, I was like, man, I wanted to draw a balaclava on the dog, but I was finding it very hard to figure out how to show the dog in the balaclava and make it look like a dog still. It was coming out looking just really weird. So what I decided to do was to draw a dog that had just a criminal eye mask over. So that's how that sort of one ended up. Up the top here, I worked on this for so long. I would go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I think I erased the whole thing, crack about 400 knuckles for the 4,000th time. So I wanted to do this whole sort of camping idea, which would also have the thing gear in it, because most of the people I know who like camping, like part of it's just loving all the gear that you can get and play around with. And I thought, this person that's going camping, he's got all the gear but no common sense. So he's walking, just looking at his phone with every bit of gear hanging off his back. I don't even know if I get to it right here. I think that I struggle for a little bit trying to figure it out, because I remember redrawing it a bunch of times. Oh, that's right. I don't know if I finished off on this drawing how it is now, but his hand's meant to be reaching up as if he could get cell service because he's out camping, and that was meant to be the whole gimmick of it. But I didn't end up doing that. And I think I might even just rough it out a little bit and then just move on. Just so then, one of the reasons I do that is just because I have the idea and I know I'll come back to it. But this is getting towards the end of it. I really hope you liked it. Cheers, thanks mate, and please subscribe if you can. If you're not, do you.